So abusia Mami a your friend Torkornoo na ho nsem no ye gu so airdrop a ho latest update e de mamo and a private legal practitioner abusia lawyer Martin Kpebu odin sembi aba betudwa eschooli Mami a your friend Torkornoo with legal wisdom wasanso I expose the ne 300,000 Ghana cedis or spending during the time at the judiciary na illegal nyoma bia oyeye no lawyer Martin Kpebu I expose Mami a your friend Torkornoo political highway ni so a o che say ECOWAS court na almost so Mami no so kra no omo ja no cause Mami no ne illegal breaches be a cause so even time our case no eba because we are filing a petition to remove her no Mami no President Mahama man a great opportunity be brace and ka on resign na say ye hu de ebe no na Mami no ogusu say or fighting the case no and case na no fighting na lawyer bia ni wa Ghana ha say a obetumi arraign that case no e de amano into no ta 10 million a year compensation $10 million compensation na no pay e de free o man no be na emfa cause o hwe ba bia na the case no e keka kona na Mami no onim de na oye and sa 300 Ghana cedis Mami Torkornoo or spending no illegally no say your money sounds so refund this asika na Mami spending no cause enye sika ketwa untumi enter judicial hierarchy na on spend that amount of money no illegally into no ono wa endorse ECOWAS dismisses now dismiss Mami Torkornoo ne application na lawyer Martin Kpebu de honsem atuda mo yan corner fast forward yan konkoti ensema so political highway so na answer na ye be kono Ghana ha say open computer papa and a laptop papa na we use the Abora Perosi computers and accessories and obenya laptop papa na we use na ni location near Apan o Kumasi Program Estates live number ya egu ye screen here as 0247 030-108 and I say 0597-942-133. Perosi computers and accessories and a laptop papa fee.
To have family present during hearing and the choice of venue were a violation of her right to dignity. You say that description of the process as being hounded out. You disagree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see, when you say hounded out, it doesn't represent the facts at all. It's not a good rendition. Yes, I appreciate that as lawyers, we can, and that's the art of persuasion. We use different words and come from different perspectives. But cut to the chase. What we are confronted with is a case of a Chief Justice who spent over 300,000 Ghana cedis illegally. You don't call that hounding out. That actually is an insult to millions of our citizens who don't earn even 100,000 Ghana cedis the whole year. That's an insult. Evans, you earn 100,000 Ghana cedis a year. Winifred, you earn 100,000 the whole year. It's an insult to millions of citizens. Let's stop this. You see, you can advocate for her. You see, I've been supporting her that as for her right to get the prima facie ruling and the right to be accompanied by at least 2 people, I will always defend it. But you don't go and say somebody who has spent over 300,000 illegally. You trivialize the issue. And you mentioned Sophia Kufu. But we made it very clear to my dearest Sophia Kufu that, yes, we support her. I never come here without mentioning her name, at least in the past 1 year. Yeah, a little over 1 year, we've been extolling her virtues. But when this matter came, we pointed out to her that, oh, dear Sophia Kufu, this one, dear, we part ways. And you see there, I can understand why she thinks it's not serious. While she was in office, she also did the same thing.
What do you mean by she did the same thing?
Oh, that thing was there.
What thing are you talking about?
I'm talking about this travel with a relation. Sophia Kufu did it. Eni did it. The audit report asked Eni wife to refund some money. It's a public document.
There's specific documentation
that audit
regarding
report.
This particular
yes, because this matter, the more you trivialize it, then the more we must state the facts very clearly. Because when you do that, then you are insulting those of us who are trying to hold people accountable. That's an insult. Check the audit report. Eni wife was asked to refund money. That's in breach.
So why wasn't she asked to refund money?
Who?
So your own Sofa
Anyone had left office. So why were you
your
going
own
to do?
Sofa Akufu has made the point. You can't respect somebody in the day and disrespect them in the night.
it's
The
not
same principle.
Disrespect, disagreement.
The point is,
please.
Kofi, your
no. It's the same point is made. When you echo me, consistency is key.
Which inconsistency?
She said this was normal. How can you just? The audit report in the case of Justice Torkornoo exonerated her. And please, no. We've gone through this. And just like you're saying, when you have these infractions, a refund is necessary. And your beloved Sofa Akufu, who I also respect, says that it does not rise to the point.
It's not for her to say.
It's not for her to say. She has been there.
Constitution that
she has been there, done that.
So now let me say, it's not for Sofa.
She has been there and done that.
Just for public
So continue to respect her and agree with her.
This audit reports. Which specific audit report are you referring to? Please, hold on.
Oh.
I just wanted to.
Yes.
Just
Auditor General's audit report. Oh, we had copies. They were shared. It's an audit report. Okay, as we go on, I'll pull it out. Okay. So let's make the point, but that's not denial. So this is what happened. Let's state the facts clearly so that we understand this case. So this is what happens under the Constitution, Article 71, right? Under Article 71, the president determines the conditions of service of Chief Justice, except many people, based on the recommendations of a committee of 5 persons. Then Parliament determines the emoluments of the president, vice versa. But I'm saying that under 71, it is for the president to determine on the advice of the committee, right? So now, just briefly, so that people can follow shortly. The salaries and allowances payable and the facilities and privileges available to, then let's go B, Chief Justice and the other justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall be being expensed, blah, blah. So that's the thing, right? So we're saying that for the Chief Justice to have the privilege to travel with her daughter or her husband, is it in what the president approved? Simple. And the Constitution is the highest law. So the judiciary went and made an illegal policy. They went and made an illegal policy where now she can go with security detail, and then sometimes they say when it is, when it is an official trip, then it is relaxed because presumably there will be security there. So I'm saying that the simple argument, what the committee held, the judiciary, they did, the Judicial Council. Yeah, so we are saying it's an illegality because
because that policy was inconsistent with the provision of.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, please.
I just needed a clarification on that.
So 71 says the president should determine. So the point is that if you go and open the Buando report, Irama, Green Street, all of those reports, what the president approved, did it include travel with your daughter or your husband? Respectfully, no. That is where the illegality comes from. So it doesn't matter that the Judicial Council went and did an illegality. So for Akufu benefited from it, Eni Ebua benefited from it, right? And now Ghanaians are becoming wiser. I say, kwasieni tia na agruegu. Now we've become wiser. People are looking for accountability all over. And they went and discovered it. And some citizens brought it up. And the committee looked and said, it is not borne now. And thankfully for us, even before Torkornoo was taken to court, in the Abronye DC case, Torkornoo held that they cannot give the spouses of the president and the vice president. So she had earlier on ruled that it is not borne out by 71. So the committee was simply adopting precedent that Torkornoo herself has set up. And I'm saying that, please, you insult Evans, you insult Winifred, you insulted millions of Ghanaians when you come and say spending over 300,000 Ghana cedis is a trifling. And I've told you. So you see, from day one, I said, no, this one, I disagree with Sofa Akufu violently. Violently, I disagree with her. Yeah, she can be lucky that when she did it, it didn't bring her consequences. But the fact that an illegality is repeated endlessly doesn't make it legal. She's lucky that she got away with it. But that doesn't then mature into now, asking that it's legal. The question is that, is it borne out by 71? Please, let's not do this. Because the more we say, oh, she was just hounded, what are the facts? Look, and the principle is that if it was even 1 Ghana cedis, please, it's the same principle. And let's not forget this hounding now. Remember me, the first day Joy FM, they interviewed me. They said, Kpebu, what would have been your advice, or if you're a lawyer to the Chief Justice, what would you advise? That very first day, looking at the facts, I said I would have told her, resign, because I didn't see how she could win the case. You've bought the ticket. With hindsight, we are becoming wiser that, okay, maybe in future, can we categorize the offenses so that things like that, maybe a refund. Ayarga said it on the floor of Parliament.
So categorizing the offenses, there's a particular threshold that would warrant.
Yes,
is there no mechanism now to determine the threshold that would warrant?
No, right now there isn't. So Ayarga, the majority leader, Mahama Ayarga, said they will come out with one. And don't forget, you're calling something hounding up. This is a person that the president was willing to put aside a Supreme Court decision. Remember, Addo brought it. What's the name of the justice? No, that said that when they start, you cannot resign. But we sat here and kept making noise that no, JM should allow him to resign. JM should allow him to resign. And I understand we're told on authority that some eminent citizens even intervened, and then JM agreed that she should bring a resignation. This is a nation that was willing to let her go gracefully, but she chose to fight on. How do you win this case? You've already bought a ticket. Which lawyer? How can a lawyer win such a case? So the point is that this is somebody the president had bent over backwards. JM had bent over backwards to save her from disgrace, and she spanned it. She spanned it. To hell with your offer of a resignation. I'll fight in court. And today you've been removed, and we have no tears for Torkornoo. No, let's not do this. Let's be.
He was saying my words were harsh. He's using the term illegality. They are administrative infractions. They don't rise to the point of illegality where you're using a criminal,
who says illegality is restricted to criminal law? No. Every breach of a law is an illegality.
No, hold on.
I didn't say criminal illegality. Every breach of a rule, even TV3, the rule is that
if
don't come here.
Somebody commits an administrative infraction, which
it's an illegality.
Whatever, but you are also using a very strong word.
You see,
yes, you also use a very strong word.
So am I getting to go into that?
It's intimidating.
Exactly. Because today, why you are doing. So look, my key point.
To that is about the convention that had been established by this particular policy, which you identify as inconsistent with 71.
So the Supreme Court has a decision, Georgina Woodson. That's the famous that if you repeat something illegal for over 100 years, it cannot ripen into
an attorney general.
Thank you. It cannot ripen to legality. That's why I said yes, first we used to revere them, but use more. You see, as the society is growing bigger, and we are becoming wiser and more knowledge, we are beginning to hold even the Supreme Court to account. So maybe that's how comes of Kufu and Yebua got away with it. But by the time Torkornoo came, no, citizens have become more alert. She was just unfortunate. But the president bent over backwards to receive a resignation. And you embarrass the president, embarrass the emissaries who were, embarrass us also here, when Addo pulled the Supreme Court decision, my face became long. Because I've been here drumming that Torkornoo be allowed to resign. Then when the Addo pulled out the Supreme Court decision, it had been long. It's a 2015 decision. Lawyers from time to time, you forget. My face became long, but I didn't relent. I continued that. Lawyers quickly, you think on your feet. So I said to every rule, there's an exception. Senior Asari agreed. Many Ghanaians agreed. The president agreed. You spanned it.
Has she done anything wrong by pursuing rights?
So she should continue. She should continue. So can we get to talk about the ECOWAS court?
Yes.
So the ECOWAS court, I'm sure I can only make 2 points because time is running out. So when I read, so the ECOWAS court, I can imagine because time is gone, I can make only 2 points. Now on the ECOWAS court, I read the part about the prima facie ruling. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay, good. This is the prima facie ruling part.
That's the point one. Because
whether it should be raised.
Yes, that's the relief one. Her right to a fair trial. So she says she has a right to fair trial. Many things. The one
prima facie examination did not violate fair hearing principle.
This one. Yes. So when you read the judgment, at a point the commission, or let's call it the court for easy reference. At a point they conceded that whether she has a right to rate or not is subject to Ghanaian law. So Ghanaian law will determine. Then after that, they now went ahead and said, well, so meaning that she hasn't established it for them to see that she's entitled to rate. So there's no violation.
To fair hearing?
Yes.
You don't have to prove that you're entitled to fair hearing.
No.
It's natural.
No, you have to prove evidence.
You have to prove that it was denied you.
Yes.
But you don't have to prove that you are entitled
But
to
she
it.
failed to do that.
That it was denied.
Yeah,
so she gave 3 or
organize
4.
it.
Let's just repeat. As I said, that Edukusi was excluded the first day, which is true. But eventually, when they went to it, they said there was no
In
violation.
fact, the committee actually provided a record of proceeding, and the question was put to the lawyer, and his answer was no.
Can you bind? Yes. So the question they asked Edukusi was that, can you bind her? I mean, in terms of witnesses, etc. Said no. So that's why they excluded, right? But my key one, the one we are looking forward to, that our Supreme Court should nail it for us. This is the thing. The one Eduji said, the committee asked the Edukusi that. So this is what they say: the court has carefully examined the said record and finds that it does not support the applicant's characterization of events. The court observed that at the time when the committee saw the applicant's counsel's concurrence on matters relating to the conduct of the proceedings on behalf of the applicant, that's Justice Torkornoo, and asked whether he can bind the respondent as to procedure to be adopted, counsel expressly declined to provide such approval, stating, "My lord, I cannot." So it means that your lawyer comes to court and the business they are to conduct, they say, "Can you bind her? Do you represent her?" You say, "I cannot." Then, so that's the basis of. So the lawyer couldn't say that, "Yes, I have the instructions of Torkornoo to bind her, to represent her for." You say, "I cannot." So that's how come they excluded him. It gives a reasonable answer, but I said, my main thing to land, my thing is about the prima facie determination. Yes. And as I mentioned, the commission or court at a point stated that it is to be determined under Ghanaian law, or it's Ghanaian law that will show.
Yes.
And that she couldn't show under Ghanaian law that it is a right to be entitled to a reasoned hearing. So since the Supreme Court will deal with it on the 2nd of July, I'll hold my horses, because for us, for administrative justice, etc., it's good to have a reasoned ruling. Look at that beautiful thing Akufo-Addo signed, the one Asare presented, that Torkornoo be removed, the first petition. So Akufo-Addo came out with a long ruling. We read it. Then you see there was meat in it. Then we say, yes, here we agree, there we disagree. That's how we should build a nation, especially in view of the fact that as far back as 2003, 2004, the Chachuchikata case, they said, when you have authority to make a decision concerning somebody and you don't give the reasons, you open yourself up to accusations of bias, speculation, malice, that this is just a malicious thing. You just want to get rid of the person. You see, so once the Supreme Court itself had said in 2003, 2004 Supreme Court of Ghana law report that if you don't give reasons, these are the things that come. I think we should hold that line. Hold that line firmly. So we should accept that, yes, the failure to give Torkornoo the reasoned ruling is not on, but it doesn't mean that she automatically wins the case or that the petitions be thrown out because she didn't get the ruling. But as for that one, July 2nd, when I see the Supreme Court judgment, I want to see what they say.
What are you expecting?
Oh, I'm expecting that they will say that one is a breach. If they don't, we will keep advocating here so that we improve the law. I have a seat here today because there were laws that were in our books and everybody said they were lawful, and I came, just about 9 years at the bar, and wow, small, pam. Then the Supreme Court changed the law. So even if they come July 2nd, they say there's no right to a reasoned ruling, we will disagree and continue to advocate, because you want administrative justice to move forward. Don't just say, I've read the petitions, I find that there is prima facie, so go before the committee. No, give. Ground one. Look at the Akufo-Addo template. It's online, you remember?
Right.
And Nebuchadnezzar. But you see that when he did well, that one, we are praising him. We're praising Nebuchadnezzar.
Counsel, you know that you could have actually said this.
You want me to say Manpan? I haven't said Manpan. You are now
There's an injunction against you from using that.
Exactly. You could have said this without.
Akufo-Addo is my friend. It's like, let us see here.
Okay, these are the 4 cases that
there's a restraining order.
The 4 cases that you referenced, which have been consolidated and the ruling on July 2,
yes,
would also give another direction to this case.
Yes.
Is this for the one by Vincent Ekwasifua?
Yes, a lawyer.
And then also is the member of parliament for the Otafo constituency. Then the Center for Citizenship, Constitutional and Electoral Systems, Theodore Kofi Atakote, and then one by get to Torkornoo, her leadership herself. Yes. And then this is the panel, right, that will sit on July 2 to determine this consolidated case.
Tanko is on the panel. Oh, yes. Then you expect fireworks to be a blockbuster. Eh?
Why do you call this blockbuster?
Yeah, it will be a blockbuster.
So there you have it. It's a 7-member panel.
This is a very interesting panel.
Yes, so you have His Lordship Justice Amadou Tanko, Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kulendi, His Lordship Justice Henry Anthony Kofi, His Lordship Justice Senyo Jamepe, His Lordship Justice Sedome Denise J, Her Ladyship Justice Hafisa Amaleboba. It's a case that she sat on when in law school you were friends. And then also His Lordship Bail Simon Sobire in there. Now, I come with quick on this. Right. There would have been some convention that has been established as a result of a policy passed or
okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway so maame Torkornoo and a lawyer Martin Kpebu e de ne ho nsem ebetu dwa sa sika or spend ye ewo judicial system no or breaking it down so exposing it ma ye bada mase samoje pene kokoti sa ensem we de ma aha e kwese politics TV so